My name is Patrick Bach, and I am the executive producer for Battlefield 3 at DICE. At Gamescom we're showing off, of course, the expansion pack called Armoured Kill, and we're showing off two maps, Death Valley and Alborz Mountains, which is a nighttime map and a snow map. And we're also introducing our premium Battlefield 3 Premium Edition, which is Battlefield 3 including the premium package on top of it. So the Death Valley map that we're showing here, we're actually showing off a new game mode called Tank Superiority. First of all, the map is huge, and it's all about vehicle gameplay. And this specific game mode is very focused on vehicles. That's why it's called Tank Superiority. And the idea with that is to more or less hold a flag, an area, with your vehicles. You shield it with your vehicles. And of course there are multiple ways to do that, but there's also multiple ways to take your tanks out. So it's very, very vehicle focused. The infantry role, even on these maps, is of course very important, because we know from experience playing Battlefield that there's always a way to counter more or less any attack. And tanks are very slow and vulnerable if you have the right kit as infantry. So there are plenty of ways for infantry to play this map as well. In general, it's all about size. These maps are, back to basics. It's again, it's a nighttime map, which makes it very, very interesting. It's beautiful to see, exploding things, exploding tanks at nighttime. In general, vantage points is like all Battlefield maps. There are always a pro and a con with everything. So to us, the key for a great map is, of course, balance. So we focus a lot on that. Yeah. So on the show floor, we show Alborz Mountain, which is it's quite a different map, but still a huge open landscape. Again, focusing on vehicles. You can of course play classic Battlefield style with infantry and vehicles, but we also added a gunship, which is more or less roaming the map from above, with several positions to rain fire down on the people below you. But of course then, if you're a great jet pilot, you can of course use that to your advantage and take it out. You can also use your RPGs, etc. to try to take it out. So there's always, again, a way to counter anything on our Battlefield maps. We actually tried to have you pilot it. It didn't work out fine, because people tend to go off map and be where you shouldn't be. And the gameplay, the interesting gameplay with the gunship is actually manning the different stations, and so you can shoot different 50 cals, etc. from it. There's also a vantage point, a spawn point, so you can spawn up there and you can choose to para drop down, or you can spawn on the ground, of course. And it creates a very interesting vertical gameplay that you haven't really seen on any Battlefield map before. We don't have air superiority as a focus in itself, but there is a new way for pilots to be challenged just because of the gunship, because when you had the jets on the previous maps, you were the biggest fish in the pond, and now there's a huge fish in the pond that you can actually fight as well. So I think this will be a very, very interesting twist, especially for our pilots in Battlefield. Yeah, well, Bandardes is the biggest map we have ever built, both when it comes to the actual scale of the map, but also if you measure between the flag positions, we haven't built a larger map. Like all Battlefield maps, there are several ways to move around. Of course, you can run. It will take you forever if you just want to run around on that map. So either it's about how you spawn in on the map, which flags do you spawn in on, and also spawning on your squad. And on top of that, you can also spawn in on vehicles in some cases, which makes it easier for you to get to the point where you want to. And again, vehicles is of course the way of transport. That's why we added the ATV to this expansion pack, because ATV is very small. You can, you and a friend can move very, very fast across vast landscapes. So it's a perfect vehicle for these big maps. I won't give you any details on the aftermath still, because we still want to focus on the pack up ahead. But as you can see, we're bringing back parts from the single-player campaign where we had this devastating earthquake, and we have a lot of people wanting us to, why can't I play that in multiplayer? So that's what we're using now as a core, and bringing that chaos into multiplayer. PlayStation 3 Premium members, you will start to get the next expansion pack on the 4th of September, and then depending on what platform and if you're a Premium member or not, that will roll out later.